Welcome to the JJ's Declutter podcast, where we tackle the mess and stress to make space for what truly matters. I'm Janis, here with Julie, and together we're sharing our best tips, tricks, and a little humor to help you declutter your home, mind, and life. Whether it's procrastination or piles of stuff, we're here to help you make real progress. Let's dive in.
Well, hello there, decluttering friends. Welcome back to the JJ's Declutter podcast. I'm Julie.
And I'm Janis. And wow, today's topic is going to feel very familiar to so many of you listening right now.
Oh, absolutely. Today we're talking about catch-up cleaning for busy homemakers. And let me tell you, if you are feeling behind on your housework, you are definitely not alone. In fact, I'd say you're in the majority. We're going to share some real practical strategies that actually work for real busy lives, not those mythical lives where your kids put away their own toys and your laundry folds itself. Not that.
You mean that's not normal? I've been waiting for that to kick in for years now. But seriously, Julie, I think one of the biggest struggles people face isn't that they don't know how to clean, although some people don't. But it's that they feel so overwhelmed by how far behind they've gotten that they don't even know where to start.
Yes, life happens to us all. You get sick, or your kids get sick, or work gets crazy, or you're caring for aging parents, or you're just plain exhausted from adulting. And suddenly you look around and wonder when your home turned into a science experiment. It's like stuff just multiplies when you're not looking. And I'm convinced there's a secret breeding program happening in our homes. Oh yes, like I swear, I only bought 2 coffee mugs last year, but now I have like 17 scattered around the house. Where do they come from? Is there a coffee mug stork making midnight deliveries?
The coffee mug stork? Thank goodness I'm not in his route. And here's the thing that nobody talks about enough. When you're facing a messy house, it's not just about the physical clutter and dirt. It's about the guilt, the shame, the feeling like you're failing somehow. It's like there's this invisible homemaker report card hanging over your head, and you're pretty sure you're flunking the ability to see your kitchen counters test. And I want to say this loud and clear for everyone listening. You are not failing. You're human. You got busy. That's life. Martha Stewart has a staff, people. A staff.
Thank you. Can we just normalize the fact that we're not all living in magazine spreads? Most of us are just trying to find a clean spoon for our cereal in the morning. But let's talk about how to actually tackle this catch-up cleaning without losing your mind. Where should someone start when they're feeling completely overwhelmed? So, first things first, and this might surprise people, I don't recommend starting with cleaning at all. I recommend starting with a reality check, a timer, and maybe a strong cup of coffee or tea. Here's what I mean. Grab your phone, set a timer for just 12 minutes. That's our famous hashtag Decluttering Dozen, and walk through your home, not to clean anything yet, just to observe. You're basically doing reconnaissance. You're a spy in your own home. Mission: identify the mess zones.
I love that. So we're basically channeling our inner secret agent. During this walkthrough, you're making mental notes, or maybe even physical notes. Maybe you're even taking photos on your phone, and we do recommend that. But not for social media unless you're really brave. But so you can see the situation clearly. Because here's a secret. Sometimes what looks like a huge cleaning job is actually just a clutter problem wearing a disguise. And a really good way to find out if you do have clutter blindness is to take a picture and then switch the filter to black and white, and you'll be surprised what you actually see.
That is such an important point. It really is. Clutter blindness, you can actually clear up your lens when you change it to black and white. It's fascinating. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone, such as me, spend hours scrubbing a kitchen when the real issue was just too much stuff on the counters. It's like trying to mop around a herd of elephants and wondering why the floor still looks messy. You're asking yourself, what's actually dirty?
Mhm.
What just needs to be put away? What's doom? Didn't organize, only moved. Because let's be honest, we've all played that game when we just shift the pile from the dining table to the counter to the spare bedroom. It's like musical chairs, but with clutter.
Yeah, musical chairs with clutter. That's what I call clutter shuffling or clutter
Hmm.
shuffling. And it
Right.
takes up so much time. Okay, so you've done your spy mission. You should use what I call the big three method. You're going to identify 3 areas that, if they were clean and organized, would make the biggest difference in how you feel in your home. For most
Mhm.
people, that's the kitchen, the main bathroom, and the living room. These are your VIP zones, your very important places. Not to be confused with the VIP zones at concerts, although cleaning your bathroom might require similar levels of courage and endurance.
Especially if you have boys. Why is it so hard to aim? It's a big target, people. Oh well, but I love this approach because it's not about trying to deep clean your entire house in one weekend, which is just unrealistic. Um, that's the stuff of fantasy novels. And then the brave homemaker defeated all the dust dragons in a single day, and everyone lived happily ever after in their sparkling castle.
Yay! And you're so right. Marathon cleaning is a recipe for burnout and possibly a divorce. Nobody wants to spend their entire Saturday scrubbing grout with a toothbrush while their family enjoys life. Instead, you're going to work in small, doable doses. I recommend starting with just 20 or 30 minutes per area. Set that timer, put on some energizing music, maybe a podcast like, oh, I don't know, this one, and focus on just that one space.
Shameless plug, the JJ's Declutter podcast. I love it. And people should tackle each area using this catch-up cleaning formula. First, gather all the trash. Just grab a trash bag and pretend you're on a game show called What Doesn't Belong Here? You'd be amazed how much clearer your space looks when you remove the obvious garbage, like the old receipts and expired coupons and the banana peel that's been decomposing behind the fruit bowl for who knows how long.
Why is there always a mystery banana peel? Must be a universal law or something.
I think so.
So the second step is collect anything that doesn't belong in that room using our Let's Go system. Remember, that's lives elsewhere, trash, sentimental, and goes out. And third, and only after you've cleared the decks, then you actually clean the surfaces. Wipe down the counters, clean the sink, sweep the floor, whatever that space needs. This order is crucial because if you try to clean around clutter, you're basically just creating a cleaner mess, which is like putting perfume on a pig.
Perfume on a pig, but you're so right. I have pictures of that. That order makes all the difference. It's like trying to vacuum before you pick up the Legos. All you're doing is creating a really loud noise and possibly destroying your vacuum. But speaking of, let's go. Let's talk about one of the biggest catch-up cleaning traps, trying to put everything away perfectly in the moment. Listen, if you're in catch-up mode, your goal is not to create the container store catalog. Your goal is to be able to see your space, your surfaces again without needing a flashlight and a map.
So true. People get stuck trying to create the perfect organizational system while they're drowning in chaos. So when you're gathering all those items that live elsewhere, just put them in a box or a basket for now. Think of it as clutter purgatory. It's not heaven yet, but at least it's not making your kitchen counter look like a yard sale. You can do a delivery run later or even tomorrow if necessary. Don't let perfect be the enemy of done, or as I like to say, done beats perfect every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
I love that because people get stuck in what we call the reorganization rabbit hole. They start putting away one thing, which leads them to reorganize the entire pantry. And 3 hours later, they've reorganized one shelf and the rest of the house looks like a tornado hit it. Or you can call that productive procrastination. Save the deep organizing projects for when you're in maintenance mode, not catch up mode. Right now, we're just trying to get things functional and clean enough that you don't need a hazmat suit to walk through your living room.
Okay, so let's talk about the actual cleaning part, because I know a lot of you feel like they need to channel their inner Monica from Friends and deep cleaning everything while they're catching up. But here's the thing, while you're in catch-up mode, what you're really going for is what I call good enough clean. That means surfaces are wiped down, floors are swept or vacuumed, toilets are scrubbed, and there's no visible dirt or grime. Are your baseboards dusty? Probably. Are there cobwebs in the corner? Maybe. But unless you're having royalty visit or your mother-in-law, those can wait for another day.
Exactly. Perfectionism is often what keeps people stuck in the overwhelm cycle. They think if they can't make it sparkle like a diamond commercial, why bother at all? And that's such a dangerous mindset because it keeps you paralyzed. I'd rather you spend 20 minutes making your kitchen functionally clean than spend 0 minutes because you don't have 4 hours to make it Pinterest perfect. Progress over perfection every single time. In fact, let me share one of our favorite mottos: done is better than perfect, and started is better than paralyzed.
Now we're talking. And when life keeps interrupting, which is the reality of most busy homemakers, you start cleaning and then someone needs lunch, or there's a phone call, or the dog throws up, or your kid suddenly remembers they need 3 dozen cupcakes for school tomorrow. This is exactly why the timer method is so crucial. Because when you know you're only committing to 2 decluttering dozens or 24 minutes, it's easier to protect that time. You can tell your family, Mom's doing her decluttering dozens right now. Unless someone's bleeding, the house is on fire, or there's a live bear in the backyard, I'll be available in 12 minutes. Setting those boundaries is so important.
A live bear in the backyard. That's a very
Could
specific
happen.
exception. But yes, that is part of changing the culture in your home, isn't it? Teach your family that maintaining a home is everyone's job, not just mom's unpaid janitorial service. Teach your family that if you're always in catch up mode, it might be time to look at why things are getting so behind in the first
Mhm.
place. Because, newsflash, if you have other people living in your home who can reach a light switch, they can and should contribute to keeping it clean. Even young kids can pick up toys and put dishes in the sink. Will they do it perfectly? No. Will they whine about it? Probably. But neither of those things are reasons to keep doing everything yourself.
Maybe we need to do a whole episode on that topic. But for today, let's talk about maintenance, because the goal of catch-up cleaning isn't just to get caught up once. It's to develop systems that prevent you from getting so far behind that you consider moving instead of cleaning.
Yes. So here's my challenge for everyone listening. Once you've tackled your big three areas, spend just 5 minutes each evening on what we call a closing shift. It's a concept borrowed from retail. At the end of each day, you do a quick sweep of your main areas. So you load the dishwasher or wash the dishes, you wipe down the kitchen counters, you do a fast pickup of the living room. And by fast, I mean throw everything into a basket if you have to. Take out the trash if needed, and that's it. 5 to 10 minutes max.
I cannot emphasize enough how true this is. There's something almost magical about waking up the next morning to a clean kitchen and living room. It's like a gift you give to yourself, and it prevents that overwhelm from building up again.
Exactly. Because most of the time when people need to do catch-up cleaning, It's because they let the daily maintenance slide for too long. And then it snowballs. A few dishes in the sink becomes a mountain of dishes. A little clutter on the counter becomes a magnet for every piece of junk mail for the past month.
And here's the beautiful thing about the closing shift. It's so short that you can do it even when you're exhausted. Put on your favorite song, just one song, and see how much you can do before it ends. Make it a game. Include your family. Race each other. Race yourself. Pretend you're on a home makeover show and the reveal is in 5 minutes.
I love that. Turn it into something fun instead of drudgery. Although some days you get a pass. You're human, not a robot. Give yourself grace. Do what you can. Some days that might be just getting the dishes in the sink. Other days you might be able to do the full closing shift, and both are okay.
That's such an important reminder. Okay, so before we wrap up, let's talk about the emotional side of this again. What do you say to someone who's feeling really discouraged about their home right now?
Oh, I want to give everyone listening a big hug right now. If you're feeling discouraged, I want you to hear this, and I mean really hear it. Your worth is not determined by the cleanliness of your home. You are valuable and loved, regardless of whether your floors are mopped or your counters are clear. Having a messy house doesn't make you a bad person or a failure. It makes you human. So give yourself grace. Start small. Use your decluttering dozen. Focus on progress, not perfection, and celebrate every single small win along the way, even if that win is, I found the bottom of my laundry basket and it's still in one piece.
Finding the bottom of the laundry basket is totally celebration worthy. And I'd add this. Be kind to yourself about the season of life you're in. If you've got young kids, or you're working multiple jobs, or you're dealing with health issues, or you're caring for family members, your house might not look like those ridiculous home magazines. And that's okay. Do what you can with what you have, and know that this season won't last forever.
That's beautiful, Janis, and so true. Remember, friends, we're here to support you every step of the way. Join us in our free community at www.abcdeclutter.com, where you can share your wins, you can ask questions, and connect with other people who understand that I vacuumed today is absolutely a brag-worthy accomplishment. And if you want more hands-on support, our Clutter Crushers Club has live sessions, coaching, and a whole community of people who will cheer you on.
We'd love to see you there. And it isn't too late to join us in our February Decluttering the Alphabet Challenge. Just jump right in with today's letter. Join us for some real-time decluttering motivation and accountability.
Remember, small, doable doses. Keep your keep or let's go system handy, and don't let doom, didn't organize, only moved, take over your home. And if all else fails, just remember, closed doors are your friend. When in doubt, close the door and pretend that room doesn't exist.
That's the ultimate life hack. Thanks so much for joining us on the JJ's Declutter podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe and leave us a review. It helps other people find us who need to hear this message.
Remember, you can find us at www.abcdeclutter.com for more resources. We also have a Facebook ABC Declutter with JJ community. And we would love to give you even more support for your decluttering journey.
So until next time, keep it simple.
Keep it intentional. And
as
always,
always, keep
decluttering.
Thanks for joining us on the JJ's Declutter podcast. If you're ready to keep simplifying, follow us for more tips and join our Facebook community to share your wins and challenges. Subscribe here because it's always more fun to declutter with friends. And thanks in advance for leaving us a review.